Hey everybody, and welcome to Hexiled Gaming. I'm Scott, and I've got a match of X-Wing 2nd Edition for you here on Tabletop Simulator. This match between Will on the left and Wonny on the right. We are in the Salvage mission scenario, and joining me, James Raptor Ritter. How you doing?
Good. How are you, Scott?
Fantastic. We're off to a fast start here. We've got Pink grabbing that central objective, so I think what we're going to see is a 3-2 in objective control early on from Will. We talked a little bit before this match started about how scary Sloane is. Now, you said you're not that scared of Sloane. How do you approach this list, this Imperial list?
How do you approach it? I think you definitely just have to either take out these ties while they're isolated. For example, that red tie Night Beast there, while it's pretty far away from Saxon carrying Sloane. If you can take it out, you know that's one way to get around the Sloane trigger, or just go all in on Sloane and see if you can take him out.
Yeah, and that is when I told Will I didn't like this list because I don't like Sloane. He's like, just kill Saxon.
It's a chunky ship, though.
Yeah, it's chunky and 2 agility on the Gauntlet, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
No joke. Night Beast, the 2-point named ship, one of them for Empire. Fantastic at grabbing objectives because you do a blue maneuver towards the objective, you get the free focus from his ability, and then you perform the scenario action. Fantastic little objective grabbing ship. All right,
yeah, because you still get that mod, which sucks for most ships because they want that perform action step to take a defensive or offensive modifier, or even do a reposition.
Exactly. All right, Gar grabs a focus. Nothing too crazy here. What do we have on Gar? Enduring, so that you can flip crits into hits. Sloane, which we already talked about. I don't like it. And VTG, you're going to take a front and a back arc attack. We'll see. Maybe that happens. So we see that giant line being drawn. If you right-click on the objective, you can hit remove lines, which they already did. Oh no. Blendon asking, would you say Night Beast's ability is objectively good? I should not have given that airtime.
I would say yes, 100%. Free action, just for doing the thing that you want to do.
It's very good. It's in my list. The 2.5 list I've flown, Night Beast is there.
Yeah, I mean, and he's 2 points. That's crazy. Yeah. No loadout value, but I mean, really don't need the loadout value when you can focus evade every turn.
Exactly. So yeah, the silencer's already starting out a little bit behind. They're not grabbing their top objective. They grab 1. It is on Recoil. And then, like you said, yeah, you try and isolate some of the ties that are far enough away from Saxon that maybe you don't get Sloaned.
Yeah, and Sloane, very interesting here on against these the auto thrusters on these silencers, because that's one of their big advantages, is that they can do an action and then reposition with a boost or barrel roll or double reposition. So having a free offensive modifier against any ship that chooses to do that is kind of rough.
Yeah, and yeah, like you said, I mean, auto thruster ships, they like to stress themselves, and Sloane's going to give you give the Imperials rerolls versus those ships that choose to use that ability. These are trick shot silencers, except for Recoil, who's outmaneuver. Oh, except for the one that's shooting now.
Yeah, except for the one shooting through a rock.
Oh, wow. I painted with a broad brush. It's my fault. But outmaneuver will be on here.
So it still gets 4 dice because of the obstruction.
Yep. 2. Oh, boy. Plenty of squiggles. Target lock range 2, 3v3. Well, hey, he got the right token. Oh no, he needed both.
He needed both. Oh, maybe not.
Oh.
Maybe not.
Oh. All right, that feels a little bit better. And
Oh
drops
no,
the
that's
objective.
a crit.
Yeah, power regulator. Gonna be ionized. Yep, here's the range 1 bubble, and the opponent, Wonny, the attacker, gets to place it. And it is placed at range 1, which means you can have it extend past. Puts it over there between the ties. I can't tell if he thinks that is good because the ties are all going to move past it, or if he's trying to bait the ties to stay there and try and grab it.
I mean, probably that yellow tie wants to one hard anyway, you know?
Yeah.
But maybe that gives the blue silencer an opportunity to go grab that objective.
Maybe. Double blanks from blue. Here's the ion from power regulator. 2 dice, I imagine, into green. Yeah.
Oh, and that's going to be close for pink going into that asteroid, though. I'm not sure. It looks really close. I think so.
Oh, that's a good point.
I think he just clips it.
Oh, man.
Which could kill him, just like outright.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Which would be great for Wonny if he was able to avoid Sloaning.
That would be great. Sensor scramblers, forcing the decloak on yellow. You are in range 3. All right, let's take a closer look at that.
Yeah, I think he does clip it. I think he does.
Let me draw the least straight line in the history of the universe. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. Yeah, when you look at it like that, too, it looks even worse. Yeah.
He might stop in front of it.
Ugh.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
No.
Pink, cross your fingers and your toes.
Yeah. Oh, you know what he could do is move blue up and force him to pink to bump into him.
Yeah, you could do that.
That would help. That would help. But then he's self bumping is a little bit different now. He could still cause a damage.
At least that's a dice roll, right? It's a guarantee if you hit the rock.
Oh, that's true. That's a guarantee and a dice roll.
Yeah, exactly. Overlay points. Oh, yes, yeah. So we had 2 crates on the left side, 1 on the right. That's right, the overlay doesn't reset anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, I hate it, yeah. You know what? They did fix the half points thing, so I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I was having to go like up, down constantly.
And a lot of the new, all the new stuff works now. All the new ships and upgrades, as far as I've been able to tell. We're still missing a few silhouettes, but
yeah, that's just the silhouettes I think now.
Yeah.
Which I mean, that's the least important thing.
Yeah.
At least you can have upgrades now.
I think we might see one more turn where at least Night Beast down at the bottom, you might be able to engage with green, yellow, recoil far enough away from Sloane that there's no repercussions. Maybe.
Well, I mean, Night Beast just made like 5 straight here.
Yeah, could do.
Yeah, because I mean, he doesn't to get his ability off. If he wants to get his ability off, he's gonna need to do that little bit awkward 2-turn bank here.
If you 3 forward, would you be close enough to grab that objective that got dropped?
Can't.
Oh, because
one, right?
he's yeah, you're right. He's already holding
I
one.
was like, unless I'm thinking of something wrong. I mean,
No.
I mean,
You're right.
they've been updating these scenarios like day to day, I think. But
Which is great, but also I tried to.
yeah,
I was thinking about making printed cards with the scenario text on it. Don't do that.
Don't do that yet, guys.
Tequilasaurus Rex with a sub. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness! It's a millimeter away, guys.
Now my drawing wasn't perfect, but I had that scenario happening.
You did say that he wouldn't run all the way into it. I did.
But it's close.
I didn't believe. Oh no! But the other one.
Oh no! Oh. Does not take two.
Oh no! Of all the things that could have happened.
Mm-hmm. Good formation flying there. Unfortunately, there was a rock in the way.
Yeah. I wonder why he did that 2 turn instead of the 1 turn. 'Cause I think the 1 turn would have been safe for him.
Would that have blocked
That
Brown?
might have blocked him. I don't know. I'm terrible at formation flying. I'm much more of a loose circle guy.
I could see Saxon try and roll yellow off that rock with a coordinate. We'll see.
Keep in mind, Saxon's ability, if some of these silencers go a little bit too fast and shoot over them, some of the backline guys might be able to get a extra die.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Gar is trying to stay nice and close. Oh, and here's the coordinate. And here's the coordinate to yellow.
Now, this guy could definitely get a back shot off onto some of these silencers if they go too fast.
Ooh. Green with a bump. Takes the red focus, which is going to turn on the Sloane rerolls.
Sloane is so much better. I didn't even think about all the bump actions. Okay, that's pretty rough. What's better than here? In this instance, where you're getting shot by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ships, would it be better to just not take the focus? Oh, he's thinking about it. Look at it. Oh, he doesn't. Wow.
Okay. Oh! Look at the BM, just goes right over the rock. Takes the shield and then got to roll for the second potential damage. Takes 2!
Takes 2 shields. Ugh.
It's a ballsy play.
It does not skip the perform action step though, so it could still.
Here comes Recoil.
Yellow does have that lock on blue, which unfortunately passed over him.
Recoil going for a lock, which is okay.
Oh, you do it on Night Beast? I guess you have the outmaneuver, but focus evade. It's gonna be difficult. Maybe he just wants to push through a crit.
Blue. I guess if you do this right. No, because like you said, it doesn't matter how far away the attacker is from Sloane, just the defender.
Yeah, it looks like Sloane has everybody. All the ties.
So now you've got to be very careful about the order you engage in, because you probably don't want blue being triple stressed if it accidentally kills something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing with these auto thrusters. They're already taking 1 stress during the activation phase. They don't want to take 2 more during the engagement.
Yeah. So he's going to shoot first with that. Seems like a good choice. Trick shot into Brown.
No, trick shot, yeah. They're going to accidentally kill this one.
Oops, didn't mean to.
Yeah.
3 hits and a focus, so that'll be 4.
Ooh,
If it's only 1 evade, that could do it. Yep,
okay.
spins it.
Oh,
We did it!
you called it.
Oh my god, Brown. Alright, well, you called it, because what if he accidentally kills it? Well, he ends up triple stressed.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm the shoot guy now.
Yeah.
So that that objective that Brown just picked up, it's going to go back down on the table. Will is not going to be able to score that one this round. He's still holding 2, though.
Yep. So that 1 tie will get you 2 points.
Well, that's sad. That actually does put him ahead for right now.
Yep. Recoil shot in a Night Beast. Maybe you can get a... Once you get through these green tokens, maybe you can get a crit through and force the drop. Ooh. He's got a target lock.
Oh,
Hey, what a conversion!
Okay, he'll force the drop.
Oh. Yeah, crit goes through. Wounded pilot. Crate
that's
comes
pretty rough
off
for him.
Oh, you're right. Because it's the focus action. Yeah. So that would be 2 separate opportunities for wounded pilot potentially.
Yeah, and you can't do.
You couldn't fix it first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine? You take the focus, you take a stress, and then you can't fix wounded pilot. Oh.
Yeah.
Bummer.
That's awkward. You can put these below other ships, right?
Yeah, as far as I know, there's nothing that says.
Yeah. It's
It
going to be a
can't be
little bit
placed
awkward
over.
for tabletop.
Yeah. Can you mark
I
your
have
ship?
to,
I
like-
want to put an objective under you.
I don't think so. I think marking it still leaves the base. It's just invisible.
Mm.
I could be wrong.
Oh, I was thinking in real life. Can you put your template
Oh,
down,
yeah,
mark
yeah,
the ship, pick it up,
Yeah,
so I can put something under
that's
you?
super easy. Yeah, that's super easy. But with the tabletop simulator, you might have to do like a 5 straight or something to move the ship.
Alright, we got another silencer here. Do you want to keep shooting at a Night Beast? Or do you want to shoot the other ship that's holding a crate?
Or you can shoot this trick shot into Gar. We don't have a focus, so more dice.
Doesn't Wonny get to place? Yes. Have they been letting Will place them? When a ship that has a supply cache on its card suffers a crit damage or is destroyed, the supply cache is jettisoned. The opposing player places the marker in the play area at range 1 of the ship.
Yeah. Anytime you're taking a cargo off, your opponent gets to touch it.
All right, let me jump in there real quick. Hey there, guys.
Hello.
Yo. Hey, what's up?
Just to make sure, anytime a supply cache is jettisoned, the opponent places it, not the person losing it.
Yeah, but they. Oh no, not the controller of the ship.
No.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh, because he shot me off. Okay.
Remove the supply cache from the ship's card, then the opposing player places the marker in the play area at range 1 of the ship.
Thanks for reading for us, Scott.
Yeah. So go ahead and change this to where you need to.
I took all the credit for that. Didn't give chat any credit. Thank you guys.
Yeah, it's like I noticed something. Well, that makes sense to earlier when it looked like it was placed really far away.
Yeah, like, I knew that Wonny is supposed to be placing these, and I thought it was just, like, really strategic on his part. Oh, he's trying to bait the ties into going for these. No, this is Will placing it where he wants it.
Yeah.
Good job, chat.
Should they get some extra Hexiled points then?
Oh yeah, you're getting the extra hex points coming to you. Bippity boppity boo. Let's add 100 points to all viewers. Done it. All right, I just flooded the market.
Yeah, don't
no.
say I never did anything for you guys.
I think you just increased inflation in Hexiled points. Oh, no. It's 30,000 hex bucks to buy a loaf of bread now. Sorry. Saxon. Just got a red focus. What's that from?
When you suffer a critical damage?
Enduring trigger?
He
What did he-
suffered it, yeah.
What did he just take a crit from?
From the shot from green.
Alright. After you suffer crit damage, you may perform a calculate or focus action on your action bar. So yeah. Rude.
Yeah, that means he gets a focus modifier for his attack. Did he choose not to take it?
Oh, was he already stressed maybe? Oh, because he coordinated. Yeah, he's got a stress on his base.
Yeah, you can do it while stressed. It just counts as red.
Maybe he didn't want to be double stressed then,
Yeah.
which would make sense.
And the silencers say, "Look at me now, I'm the Sloane."
Range
Ooh.
0 attack hit crit. I mean, that's pretty good. I'm not mad at that. Oh,
Not mad at all.
oh.
Here goes
Wow.
the shields for green.
Yeah. Green, who didn't want to take the focus because he was afraid of giving rerolls to these ships, and then the unmodded range 0 strips the shields.
Yeah, it turns out range 0 shots can do damage sometimes.
They can. There's a range 1 shot. Same target. 3v3. Okay.
Now, see, I don't think. Oh, he does have the focus that he didn't. Yeah.
Okay.
The range 1 focus shot does less than the range 0 no mods.
We've only got 3 more. Oh.
Man, here comes a good shot here.
Gonna shoot range 1, not gonna keep shooting into green. Oh, because yellow's shield's down too. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the rock. That's right. Focuses for 2.
Oh. 2 more. Oh, he had the focus. You don't skip the form action, right?
So down to 3.
It's so weird that half points really don't matter anymore unless you're playing chance engagement.
Yeah, I think somebody pointed out that it would just make games go way too quickly to 20 points.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
and I've been okay with it since then.
Yeah, games are going to finish pretty quickly anyways.
Mm-hmm. All right, range 2 into green. All silencers alive for now. 2 hits.
Oh.
Well, you can't kill green with that, but you can make him hurt.
Very
One goes
sad.
through. Yeah.
And that's green and yellow at 3 health left. And did he strip all? Oh no. Green tie still has 1 over there.
Yeah. So 1-to-1 in the objective, in the scenario points, but then Wonny gets the 2 points from that destroyed TIE fighter.
Yeah, so it should be 4-3 now
Mm-hmm.
in favor of Wonny.
Oh boy, blue. Blue is not having a good time. Triple stressed.
Ugh.
I mean, do you just like 2 forward, hope to bump so that you're taking an unmodded shot and just maybe trick shot over that rock? I don't know how much fancy flying you want to do.
Well, I guess you might not hit the rock if you're too forward. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to ask the resident expert on not hitting rocks. So
Oh no!
Scott.
Don't put me. Nope. Too much pressure. I don't think he'd hit it, but maybe next round is overly complicated. You could 2 bank left if you can get your own ships out of there first.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be bumping into yourself. And I guess we're just going to ignore this objective number 1 up here.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Okay. I'm
I
surprised
guess
that he didn't
you could...
send
Yeah.
a tie up there, because I mean they're only 2 points. If they pick up that objective and carry it for 3 rounds, they've already paid a point back.
We could see this blue TIE fighter do like a 3 hard left and start heading in that direction.
Yeah, but I mean you got to do. Let me see. You could 2 hard to clear a stress, 2 straight, and then 2 hard again, and by that time you should be good.
Oh, you mean the silencer? I was talking about the Obsidian Squadron.
Oh, the
if
tie,
Will
yeah.
wanted to go after that.
Right. Yeah, I guess both the blues could go over there.
Yeah.
But if the blue TIE fighter does follow the silencer, he will be proccing or be able to use the ability from Saxon to add an extra die if he's close enough.
That's a good point. We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I think this next turn we might see at least 2, because that's how many charges he has. But it is a shorter range than Sloane though, so it's 0 to 2.
Yeah.
That does work on himself. Wow.
Oh.
So if someone speeds past you, you can just turn around and shoot him with an extra die out of the back too.
Yep. Certainly could. He's like a wolf, but for everybody. I keep thinking it's for your back arc shots, but no, it is if you are behind the opponent.
Yeah. It's more like, isn't there an ability that does that?
Graz actually, if he's in your back section,
what it is. That's
gets
what it
an
is.
extra die.
That's the back half though, right?
Yeah.
So this is the rear arc, not the back half. So a little bit more restrictive, but you could do it on friendlies, and you can do it twice a round.
Indeed. Well, Pink rethinking things. Do you want to go after that top objective, or do you want to try and
You could.
K-turn?
He throws a 3 hard in there and go over there.
All right, road roll going into round 3. Crossroads, roll it again. I like this red and green, very festive. Let's see, crit.
We will.
Yep. Pink. Just a little straight maneuver. There's your K-turn. Yeah, there's your potential setup for Gar Saxon abilities if you end up range 2 of Gar.
I think he's deciding on which one to go next, but I think he might have miscalculated.
Uh-oh. Looking at Night Beast, who's got a 2 straight dialed in.
Maybe he wants Yellow to go first.
Yeah.
So he's got to. Here's the Night Beast action. Oh, doesn't get the stress. Now he can actually perform the repair.
Yeah, nicely done. Yeah, you're absolutely right. There was a 3 hard from Yellow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you have so many ships on the board, I mean, it's
Yep.
it's difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yellow with a
Well, it
bump.
didn't hit the rock though. Okay.
Let's roll that dice. Yeah, they're checking the template.
Yeah,
it does.
You got to make sure that. Oh, So that rule confuses me every time. You got to make sure whoever you're overlapping at the end of the tool, that's the one that matters.
Yep. Doesn't take any damage. Not much.
Doesn't matter who you bump into. Man. Clears the stress. And yeah, we may actually see that Saxon trigger if the yellow silencer goes fast.
Yep. Ooh, goes for the red reinforce? Yep. He's sure acting like he's going to be shot.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't pick up that objective over there.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, because yellow or recoil might speed past and grab it.
It sure seems like he will.
Yeah. But if you do that, you're kind of locking yourself into not being able to do advanced maneuvers, which makes it a little awkward for these gauntlets.
Oh, there's actually two over there. There's one on the gas cloud and one in front of him.
I was thinking with that one. I think I might have. We'll see. That's going to be Wonny holding 2 cargoes. And I think the Will is just holding 1 with that green tie.
3 hard bump from Recoil. Are you willing to take the stress?
That's a hard choice now. Whoa. Sloane actually just got a lot better too.
I don't like that.
How many loadout points is Sloane?
16.
No way.
Yeah. So they know Sloane is powerful.
16 points.
Yeah, they're probably making it so that, yeah, Saxon's the only gauntlet that can carry her. And then I don't think there's any Reapers that have that many. Let me look. Yeah, no, the Vizier has 14. So they've made it so that, I guess in standard only one ship can carry her?
You got Desis.
Oh, yep. You're right.
Yeah, and all of those can carry it, even the generic. Which has a crazy loadout value of 22. That's crazy.
This is range 0, 3 dice, 1 crit.
Can use Enduring here. He does.
Yep. Oof. Unlucky.
That could be a big hit going into Recoil.
Ooh, all right. Triple nats. Is this also in Nagar?
Who is this shooting? Oh, it is Gar. Okay. That was the green silencer, I suppose.
Green shot, I think this is Recoil now.
I don't think he had arc on him, did he?
Recoil, Saxon range 2.
Yeah, range 2. Okay. It's that
Puts
weird
one-
wonky angle that he put him at.
Oh man, it's all coming back to us. It's all making sense. All right, here's Gar's shot. Was hoping to get somebody in that back arc, maybe like you were talking about, and get that extra dice. Instead, gonna just have to settle for a range 1, 4 dice shot into Recoil with a.
No, I thought he spent it. Oh, he did. Oh, okay.
No, he let the reinforce absorb it.
Right.
Recoil.
Boy. Okay. Well,
Hit crit crit.
and he's gonna drop the crate.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, panic! No!
Oh my god.
That's the one you don't want.
I thought it was stunned pilot for a second. I was like, all right,
Okay,
fine.
no big deal. Nope. Panicked pilot. What a sad crit to see when you're playing against Sloane.
All right, Will's placing this one, and that's how it's supposed to be.
Figured it out. Oh man.
All right, ties.
Ooh, he does have a shot into the green one here with the extra die. That'd be a 4-die attack, but I think the right choice is to go into recoil.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe he's going into green. He's looking at that charge.
It's tempting. So it'd be
I know.
3 play. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, so it's 4 dice.
Mm-hmm.
No reroll though. Maybe he's just going into more dice and leaning into dice.
Does he have a focus? Doesn't look like it. 1 hit. Two evades. All right, green, relatively safe from that one.
Isn't that the right choice? Isn't it usually more dice is better than another mod, right?
Then 1 reroll.
Yeah,
I think so.
reroll? I think that math checks out. I don't know. Ooh, I think I'd definitely go with that blue one right there. Oh, he doesn't have range 0 to 2 to Gar, though. He didn't get that.
Oh, right. Well, you do have range 3, so these 2 stress ships give you rerolls from Sloane. He's going to go with
Looks like
the...
he's gonna go with recoil, and is not obstructed.
Correct, yeah. Reroll that blank.
Oh, no. No action because of the K-turn.
All right, the 3 greens showing their strength. Oh boy, so we did see Wonny give up a crate this turn, but he does keep all of his ships alive.
Yeah.
And he did manage to
Positive thinking.
grab a crate with yellow.
Yeah, I think it's a 1-to-1 for scoring at the end of this round.
Yep. 4 to 5 overall. Yeah, and blue still double stress, so he can't just 2-bank towards that crate and pick it up.
I mean, he could 2-bank and then next turn 2 hard, and that should still be range 1.
Yeah, it just feels like pink's gonna go after you.
Yeah, oh definitely. And pink can grab it in 2 turns faster than he can because of
Yeah.
lower initiative.
Mm.
Ooh.
It might be better to just send blue left.
Yeah.
Go into that left corner in a turn.
can
Maybe
pick-
you can grab
Yeah,
the
you
one
can
on the
pick up
gas cloud.
Yeah, exactly. I am loving the TTS hiding these big ships.
Yeah.
Makes it a little bit easier to understand what's happening on the field, especially when you're looking at it from a static viewpoint.
Oh man, going back to real life and seeing one of these on the table, especially as it gets,
They're so big.
they are so big and they're even higher because of that peg height for that epic peg.
Yeah,
So they get closer to the camera.
I foresee many of them breaking as well, or at least
see
being
that.
knocked over very, very easily. I guess you could put a ton of weight in the base, keep it down.
Right.
Looks
Let's
like
see.
Gar is double stressed, so we won't see any of the swivel wing action this turn.
Road roll going into 4. Looks like it is Will again.
They reroll the same.
Oh.
Hey. Alright,
There we go.
Switches.
That's Wonny. I mean, we don't have any overlap, right? It's all 4s on the right.
Yeah.
3 2-2-2s. It's just nice to have the round tracker.
Yeah, and you should still do it.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are just like, oh, once we realize that we don't have any matching, we don't have any system phase, we just stop, but you should still do it.
Especially on TTS. In real life, if you come up to an overlap that you need to resolve, you can roll it then, I guess. Obsidian with the hard turn and a barrel roll. Ooh, who does yellow bump into?
Actually, he gets a action here. He gets the focus action because his overlap does not overlap a friendly. Is that Night Beast gonna pick up that?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Man, Night Beast.
Man, Night Beast.
I flew Night Beast and I was not doing this well. Where he's grabbing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can grab multiple if you drop it to a crit, and then what are the chances that you're still alive? But in this game, Will has been able to focus and grab a crate with Night Beast twice.
Yeah, and it's pretty good for the scramble scenario as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because you're constantly having to redo those.
Oh. Yellow's gonna Talon roll right in front of Gar Saxon.
Okay. I respect it. Oh, well, hold on. He can't do that.
Oh, he's got the... Yep, you're right.
Oh, it's the stress maneuver.
Yep, they got it. They got it.
Oh.
No. So we do have a ruling on that now. It's in the... This might actually work out for him. He's going to do the 2 forward.
It's actually better for you. Uh-oh.
I think they...
Yeah.
There it is.
I think... Do you get a stress for the stress maneuver? Or is it just a white 2 straight, no action?
Just a white 2 straight.
Yeah, no action, though. I don't believe so. I mean, I can go check the rules reference real quick.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Stress maneuver.
White 2 straight. Explicitly.
I mean, everything I'm seeing, it says you actually... It doesn't say you don't.
Yeah. I think the assumption is that you would have... Because it's
Huh.
4... If you're stressed and you try to do a 4K... Huh. So it's assuming that you would be stressed if you did it, but not if you're doing it
not
in this
necessarily.
circumstance.
Yeah, let me take a look at the scenario rules, though. That one might be different. Huh? Yeah, it just says perform a stress maneuver. I suppose that he gets an action then.
Yeah, he took a focus. Blue... Blue's heading towards that objective, but he can't grab it.
Yeah,
Pink is going to go
do it for-
snatch that thing from in front of him.
Yeah. But it looks like if Pink grab... Oh, I guess Pink could just do like a 2 straight or 3 straight and grab it. I was gonna say if Pink does like a 2 bank to the right, that blue pilot might land into him and get a shot on him. Oh, this is Recoil. Do you take a shot at pink and maybe you can avoid that whole scenario?
Oh no, he's gonna go into red.
That's probably the right choice.
You're already stressed. They're already getting the rerolls. Pink and red's got a crate. Maybe you can at least pop it off. Nope, no crits. Spins the focus, takes nothing.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, Will did pick up he picked up a crate this round, right? With green?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I got a 2-to-1. No, a 2-to-2. Yellow still got it.
Yeah.
Green still got it.
Ooh.
Back arc shot. Oh!
Oh, this is a charge too. He spent a charge to shoot at Recoil.
Ah, it was range 2. Okay, it's very close, but it is range 2. Oh! Goodbye, Recoil.
Recoil's just gone!
Oh, that's 5 points. Did he have a
Is he
crate as
5?
well?
Ugh. Yeah.
Oh, and then each player gets 2? Oh, we're not done shooting.
We're not done yet. Oh, spinning another charge! On Gar Saxon to roll 3 dice at range
Woo!
3. Gotta focus.
2 hits. How's yellow doing? Shields down, 3 hull remaining, and it stays that
safe.
way.
Oh, I forgot about this shot.
Oh boy, range 1 in the
outside of
blue.
range 3.
Mm-hmm. No reroll from Sloane. Here's a hit crit. No mods on that ship, but gets the pasta. No damage.
Man, these 3 agility ships.
Yeah. All right. So each player has 2.
Yep, because there's still 1 left. Looks like the red tie, green tie, and then the yellow and green interceptors.
And I mean, yellow just grabs that crate, right? Like a 3 or 4 forward grabs it. You're stressed on blue, so you couldn't even K-turn or Talon or something to answer that. I think you're going to do a sad, too hard right and realize that the thing that you were going for isn't there anymore.
Well, hopefully you land into him and you can shoot him still.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess you could...
Yeah, and that's pink, not yellow.
Yes, pink, yeah.
I know what you meant.
I don't know. I think pink can just 2 straight and grab it, and I think your 2 hard goes past. I think your 2 forward goes past.
Yeah, he could 3 straight as well, and that's definitely not gonna.
Yeah.
But as a Will here, do you call that? Do you call the 3 straight? You know.
What do you do about it? Do a 1 hard and keep your stress?
1 hard, yeah. And then you're facing down Night Beast too.
I think I might just 2 hard, and if I get beat, maybe I go for a Night Beast.
Thankfully for Will, it looks like the Gauntlet is heading off into the sunset.
All right, going into round 5. It is Will as player 1. Oh, does a 1 hard? Okay, that's not good if blue does a 2 hard. Huh. Oh, Night Beast. You're a rude boy. Gets the focus, barrel rolls. 2 bank left from Gar. Relieves the stress, takes a focus. And yeah, Sandy in the chat saying next turn you can flip that config and swivel around.
Oh, totally forgot. Yep. Very good point. Thank you. And here you still get the attack modifier too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he didn't bump either. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
range. Does he pick it up? Oh,
I think you go for the kill. Yeah, Pink's on 1.
I think you pick it up. I think you pick it up.
look at him.
Wow!
Look at him.
That's wow. Okay.
Look, the crate gets you 1 point. Killing yellow or killing pink gets you 2.
Yeah, but that crate's gonna get you a lot of points in the long run.
You can't think about turns besides this one. Come on.
What is
You gotta
this?
live in the moment.
Yeah, so he's gonna try to boost a way out of Gar's range.
Mm-hmm.
I think he actually tilts the arc a little bit. That way he's not in, like Gar's not in the rear arc as well.
Or a 3v4 long range into Night Beast. Hit crit.
Ooh, there's a crit in there.
Plenty of evades.
Safe. He's gonna roll 4 focuses here.
Oh. Hey, not bad. Ooh, so he's gonna force the crit through. Now there's no crate on that ship. Ooh, spins the evade, takes hit crit. That kills it, right? It's already got 1 damage.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
bad at math,
correct.
but. Ooh.
All right, that should be 2 points going to Will.
Wonny. No, Wonny, right?
Oh, so yeah, Wonny, you're right. Yeah. I think that's the only shot these silencers have.
Yep. I think Will's gonna check that back arc for Gar. Nope. The flex. Range 2 on blue.
Oh, did he not even check it?
Nope. The disrespect.
Oh, these silencers. The evades. Oh, here we go. It was out.
Yeah, it was well out. Oh, well. I don't trust my eyes, alright? I trust the computer.
Oh, no. I check it every time.
Yeah.
I know it's out, but I check it.
Range 3.
Okay. It's a focus and a reroll.
Oof. Yep, Sloane
Oh,
paying
there's
off
the
there.
crit. There's the crit.
Green. You got 4 agility here, thanks to the range 3, and a focus. You need 2 paint. No!
Oh,
Oh no!
Come on! It's
Wow.
under the shield as well.
Damage sensor right now. You can't barrel roll or boost.
You can't. Oh, you can't pick up You can't pick up
Yep,
objectives.
you're right. You can't. Oh my god. He should
That-
place that crate right in front of him and say, "You can't take this."
Is he doing it?
No, I mean yellow's. No,
Oh,
yellow's already got one. Oh
Yep.
no! Oh no!
Oh man, that is hilarious. That crit just became way more important in this game.
Yeah.
In general, like I
Mm.
mean, that crit was kind of bad before, but now it's kind of terrible, depending on the objective you're playing. I did not think that this crit mechanic was going to be a big deal when I first read the scenario. I was like, maybe that happens once or twice. It's happened every round.
And there's no crit creating. There's no Greedo here
Yeah.
or anything, right?
There's no marksmanship. There's nothing. It's just naturally, and you don't think about it too often because most of the time those crits are going on shields, and it's like, it's fine, whatever. But it still counts as suffering a crit.
Yep. So 1 for Wonny and 2 scenario points for Will. So 13 to 10. Now, Gar Saxon will probably turn around here, which means yellow, green, blue might get Night Beast isolated.
Oh, that's true. Do you do a 4K with the silencer there?
Oh,
It fits. If that's the question you're asking, it does fit. So, or do you do a 3 hard and maybe try to hunt down green?
Yeah,
TIE
that was
fighter?
my thought.
It is only
Skip
at
past
1
it.
health. That's no, it's not. No, it's not. I'm looking at the wrong ship. It's at full health.
Are we gonna see Night Beast do another like 2 straight focus grab? Oh, he's still carrying one. Never mind.
He's got one, yeah.
I keep doing that.
Stop
Night
trying to
Beast.
make Night Beast better.
Just take one more crit, Night Beast. All right, I need to see it one more time.
So it's interesting that we haven't seen any abilities in the game so far that specifically reference objectives,
Scenario actions,
right?
or just okay.
If you're holding an objective, or if you were contesting or holding an objective, something like that.
You know, I would have said in the past, oh, that's too specific. No way would they do that. But then, I mean, you've got Ahab that cares about base size.
Yeah.
So like, there's
or there's
Dace
like
bone
ships
arm.
that Dace. It was like it only worked with ions. It's like, well, if you don't have ions in your list, it's
and it only really works. It only does extra for medium or large base. Otherwise, the one ion's doing what it would always do. Here's the stop and rotate from Gar.
so after you execute a stop maneuver, you may rotate your ship 90 or 180.
Yeah, it's the U-wing.
I think it's more interesting than the U-wing.
How so? Isn't it the same?
Because you don't have to telegraph it. The U-wing you have to telegraph. You have to flip it, right?
No, it's the same thing. You dial in a stop, you reveal it, you flip, right?
Oh, I guess because you have to flip it in the system phase, or you flip it right before you do it, don't you? Am I crazy?
I think you're crazy. Let's read the swivel wing. After you execute a stop maneuver, you may rotate. Yeah, that's down. Swivel wing up. While you defend, roll 1 fewer defense dice.
I guess it is the same.
Oh,
'cause
yeah. So
pivot-
you do the stop, and then it tells you can flip it. So yeah, you don't have to. It's not a system phase or anything.
Yeah. So for pivot wing, or is that the one you read?
Oh, I read the swivel wing for Gar.
Okay. Yeah. Pivot wing is before you activate, you may flip this. So you can forget to flip it, and then reveal your stop, and then technically, your opponent can say like, "Oh, you forgot to flip your pivot wing, so you can't turn."
Yeah. There's the 2 turn from yellow. Gonna get a trick shot on blue.
Yeah, could just focus here. Or could barrel roll and boost to get out of the arc of both these.
Okay. Yep, range 2 trick shot. 4v4. Oh yeah, does he have a target lock there too?
The target lock from so earlier. That's like that turn 2.
Wow. 4 hits. Okay. 2 go through on blue. Not enough to kill
No
it.
crits though. No crits. No crits.
Yep, you're right.
He's on 1 health left though.
Green into Night Beast, who did the focus evade.
Oh,
2 crits. That's not. That's. Yeah, that's not going through.
Yeah, I guess you only need 1 paint there.
Blue long range. 3v4. one hit. Oh man, there's 3 objectives on the left side now? Oh, blue grabbed one. That blue TIE fighter.
Yeah. So looks like it's 3-1 for objectives.
Mm-hmm. Here's a hit crit, long range, obstructed into yellow. Oh no! No! This keeps happening!
And
He's got.
It's range 3 obstructed though. Scott, come on!
I know it shouldn't happen, but it keeps happening. Poor Wonny. Oh no! It's a fuel leak, which is guaranteed to go off in this game.
Yeah, I know
Wow.
in this game. All right. I don't know if. Oh, he could just place it over there and yellow can pick it up. I was like, I don't know how he's gonna pick it up. All his ships are carrying them now.
It is a 3-0 now. Oh no! It's still happening. 2v4.
All right, no crits in there.
He gets
It
gets
does
the
have
reroll. Don't say it! Don't say it!
Oh, okay.
He doesn't take it. Okay. All right.
Just like pound him even more for
Yeah.
no reason.
So Will,
Ugh.
1, 2, 3 objective points. Wonny gets none. 16-10. We are 4 away from the game ending.
We're on turn going into turn 7.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
Yeah. I would have thought. I mean, I guess we've shot these objectives off so much. There's been like, minimal scoring, and there's still quite a few ships on the table. That being said, a lot of these ships are on fire.
So what do you need if you are Wonny, besides a lot more luck?
Yeah, a miracle and no more crits.
It'd be great to kill Night Beast, because you get the 2 points, plus you can force the crate drop.
Yeah. Looks like blue TIE Fighter is also on 1 health, and it looks like he's going to be forced into going a 1 hard left, unless he wants to take a strain.
Honestly, I think he's safe if he goes straight. I think Yellow's going to go fast and grab that crate, because he's not carrying anything yet.
Yep.
And that would, if all those ships survive, you get the 4 points you need, and the game ends.
Yep. So Wonny needs to take a ship off the board this turn.
Yeah.
And not to lose a ship. If he does lose a ship, the game's over. What do the dial look like for these gauntlets?
They don't have a 1 forward, but they do have the stop. They have a 2 and a 3 hard turn, but the 3 hard is red. 1 and 2 banks, 2 straight are blue.
Yeah, that's really good. Not having the 1 straight's awkward. Hey, yep, we see blue just blitzing over that gas cloud, taking an ion.
It's fine. He's gonna hope to end the game here. Oh, was he depending on blue getting that objective? Because there
No,
it is.
he's got it. Oh wow.
Goes up in the top left corner because he knows blue first order silencer can't pursue him there.
Gauntlet coming back into the fight.
Grabs a
Going
lock.
for a big lock.
Five straight from this blue silencer.
I mean, you gotta take the focus. You need to shoot that ship.
Yeah. Target lock boost, something like that, or barrel roll. Think about where you want to be next turn.
You're gonna
I'll give us
pick it
a
up
roll.
and barrel.
No, he target locked.
Okay, I see. Yeah, I mean, we said it earlier. You have to take something off the board.
Yep.
Ooh. Does have that rock coverage from Saxon.
He had the gas cloud last turn. It didn't matter. Look, we can't live in the past. This is a new turn, a new opportunity to successfully evade.
Wonny thinking about his actions here.
Probably focus, right?
Yeah, I would assume.
Target lock has a slightly better chance of critting, but I think if you can save a token for defense,
Yeah, that'd be great.
that would, yeah, really help you out.
Especially because it looks like Gar has range 2 with a lock. It looks like that yellow TIE fighter might be in the rear arc of the yellow silencer, which means he gets an extra attack die.
No.
Alright,
All right. Range 1 with a target lock and a Night Beast,
Beast.
who's just got the evade. Yeah. Mm.
Hero of the Empire, Night Beast.
There's the crit. Oh. I mean, of course you'd love to kill it, but
yeah.
it evades 2,
got
takes
it.
the crit and pops off. Oh. Could be a direct.
Oh, could be a
Could kill him.
direct.
It's a fueling.
Oh, it's a fuel leak. But he does drop the crate, which is very important here.
Yeah. Yeah. Wonny's looking to put it maybe in his path.
Far as way as possible. Alright, there's his not lose condition this turn.
Gonna go range 0 into green.
Green still at full health.
For now.
For now.
Oh!
These crits! Stop these crits!
We gotta look at these
Oh
stats.
my goodness.
Takes the crit, pops off that,
Yeah, we
that crate.
we gotta view these crit stats.
Wonny puts it right out there on the edge. It is a direct hit,
There's the direct. Oh,
right when
so
you don't
thankful
need
that
it.
didn't
Well,
hit.
yeah, yellow could
yeah,
do it if you are prepared to get double stressed.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's gonna be difficult. Do you even attack then? Oh, the 2 points is so good though.
Yeah. Oh.
Just roll your dice.
Oh, he's not gonna do it.
Oh, he's not gonna attack. 2 points.
Saxon.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
I think
he is.
I think
Okay.
you shoot. Just knowing that you don't spend the focus, you keep it for defense.
Yeah.
We're feeling for fun here, guys.
I mean, that's it. He killed it.
Yeah.
Wow, both of those ships with the natties. Initiative kills
Yeah.
green.
Red, green, and yellow are like, yeah, you too? Yeah.
All right, Gar.
It is just barely range 2. We
Mm-hmm.
had a lock and a reroll. Or I guess it doesn't matter, yeah. Has the lock anyway. But you can just use the
Yep.
Sloane here and keep your lock.
Hey, okay, that's... You need 2 paint here on 4 dice. Now, we've been here before. You've got the focus. No! 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 No!
I don't know what to do.
Wonny says GG. I don't blame him. I mean, jeez.
Well, that'll put Will at 21.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right, let me see. Scott, I gotta see these dice stats. Come on.
All right. I'm just gonna.
Okay. Crit 31. Who is it? Yeah.
So Wonny had 31 out of an expected 25 crits. No, I'm looking at the wrong one. 10 out of an expected 8.5, so a little above average there. Will crits 9 out of an expected 7, so both of them had higher than average crits.
Yeah, but not much higher, just
Yeah.
1 or 2. But it felt like a lot, Scott.
Oh, man, poor Wonny. And I think I played Wonny in his first ever 2.5 game, and he was playing a list very similar to this. And the same thing happened where I had TIE fighters, and I was shooting range 3 obstructed shots, and I was hitting. This dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Poor Wonny.
I think this guy should not be playing silencers. He should be playing something with more health. That way, at least it doesn't feel too bad when it
More
goes
health.
through.
I mean, these are 4 and 2. These are X-wings. These are beefy. And they got 3 agility. Oh man, poor Wonny, but he still made a great game out of it. So thank you to Wonny. Congratulations, Will and James. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, it was a great time. Thank you.
That'll do it for this match. Until next time, this is Scott from Hexiled Gaming. Signing off.